Two
gas
30
cylinders.
pounds. Okay.
What you want to do with these is turn both valves on at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, now they're both on. You point this lever towards the tank that you want to use.
Okay, I have had gas at home.
Okay. As long as that's green, the one it's pointing at is full.
Okay.
Okay. So it'll only draw off this one at this point.
Right.
When this goes empty, that turns red, and internally it switches to this tank.
Internally it does.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't have to.
So if you come out and see that red one day, the one it's pointing at is empty.
Okay.
So you can manually switch it over to the other one and take that off and have it filled before this one runs out.
All right.
So it
So-
doesn't skip a beat. You won't lose hot water or heat or anything.
But you have to keep an eye on it. Otherwise,
Yeah, you kind of got to keep
you can
an
run
eye
out
on
of
it.
both of them
Now, once you're going to be living in this.
in the winter,
Okay.
but not. It's just on and off.
Oh, okay. Because you'll probably go through one of these 30-pounders in about 2 days.
2 days for the heat only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's an RV. It's an RV. It's a lightweight RV meant for towing. So I mean, it's not a lot of insulation.
Right.
But
Okay.
you could also, if it's going to be there, a couple months throughout the winter, and you're worried about the propane having taking things down all the time, you could have the gas company come in and drop a bottle.
Well, that's what they suggested to me too. Yeah, I thought that was a good
And all
idea.
you do is just rub a hose here. That comes from this regulator. They can pull this off and tap right in there
Ah.
to the trailer and not use these.
Oh, okay.
And then you could be on automatic refill or whatever, and you'll never run out.
All right.
It's usually the way to go because the propane doesn't boil
2
fast.
days. 2 days. That's not very long.
No. Plus the propane is liquid.
Uh-huh.
You use the vapor, so it boils.
Huh.
Okay, and creates the vapor. The closer you get to minus 44, the slower it boils. So the less vapor you get off of it. So the colder it gets out, the less pressure you're going to get on the gas.
Okay.
You're not going to go through any more or less gas because it's just going to come out slower.
Okay.
So sometimes it's not enough to run all the appliances and they shut down.
I'm not even going to put the appliances on. I'm only going to have lights
And heat?
and heat.
Yeah. The heat is what it draws
Yeah.
the most.
Right. I'll put bales of hay around the bottom. They suggested.
Yeah, that works good.
Okay. So that just slides on. Doesn't have a lock thing or anything.
This is all dead.
It's not gonna
air when
go
being
anywhere.
towed.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now I gotta bother explaining the towing stuff since we're towing it.
Well, if you could explain it,
Well,
because
I have to show you with the truck. Really.
if I do have to, oh, you have to with the truck.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna back up to the ball and drop this on the ball. Once it's all the way down on the ball, you just lock that.
Oh,
This is
okay.
your crank, up and down. You get your
Okay.
safety chains and your power cord.
All right. At least I have a little mini thing on my little video.
Okay, this is your power cord. Just plugs into this right here. Okay, that's 30 amps and it's 110. It's not 220.
It's 110.
Yes,
Okay, because
it's
I just
110.
talked to. I thought it was 120. He said.
Well, 110, 120, same thing.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll use 120 for that. Well, actually, it says 110 to 125, so it's all the same.
Okay.
Okay, but it's 30 amps. So the connection on that is 30 amps. It's not 220.
Okay.
Okay, some people get confused with that end.
Right, and that's the 3-prong.
Yes.
Okay.
Right there, just so you know what that's your
That's exhaust.
exhaust.
Okay.
Okay.
So don't block that.
Nope, don't block it at all. The furnace will not run.
All right.
You're going to be using any water.
Not.
If you were to use water once it's above freezing,
Yeah.
you just connect your hose right here.
Just put a hose in it and
Yep.
it's done.
This is a portable water tank. It's about 30 gallons. It's for portable water when you're traveling.
Yeah.
Probably not going to use it. This is cable. You can run cable from your house and plug it right into here to watch TV.
We'll just use Wi-Fi.
It works. That's all I use at home.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not going to be using toilets.
But
This is your dump valve. This one dumps the waste from the toilet. This lever, when you pull it, dumps the water from the gray tank, which is the sinks and shower.
oh, okay.
Okay, and this is just a quarter turn cap that pops off.
How much does that hold?
About 30 gallons a piece, give or take a few. This is just a service panel for the water heater.
Okay.
Once again, nothing you can do there. This unit is winterized, so you're not going to have to worry. As long as you don't hook any water up to it or dump anything down the sinks, it's completely winterized. Nothing's going to freeze on it.
Okay. And how do you decide if you don't want it winterized anymore? If I decide to use
Hook water up to it, to that fitting over there behind the wheel, the
okay,
lower fitting.
and then how do I get all the winterized stuff out of there? You just run
You just run it until it's clear.
Okay.
One thing you can do with the toilet, if you do need, if you're not going to be in the house and it's 10 degrees. degrees outside. You really don't want to go somewhere really bad.
Right.
You can use RV antifreeze, which is that pink stuff there, or windshield washer fluid, flush the toilet.
Huh. Well, we're not going to do that then.
If you had
But
to,
if
for
I
some
had to,
reason,
yeah.
but you could use
Okay.
that and it will not freeze. Okay. Service panel for the refrigerator, nothing you can do in there. This is an outlet, 110 outlet. That works as long as the trailer's plugged in.
So just anything you want to plug in there.
Yep,
Okay.
any is the normal household GFI outlet.
Okay. Whoops, I just can't. I missed that one. See, it just folds, the step folds up and then
twice.
tucks in. Okay.
This door right here connects to this. Okay. When it's closed and locked in there, and this closes, you open it up, it comes with it.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So what's the slider for? Just so you can open and close the
So
door
you
when
can
you have the
open
screen.
door when you're
Gotcha.
in here.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
And be able to open that door too, the latch.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This switch is your porch light. This switch here is the ceiling light when you enter. Down here is the water pump switch for that portable water tank I told you about. It holds about 30 gallons of
Okay.
fresh water tank.
Okay.
Okay, it pumps it out of it with a 12-volt pump.
And that has all different things on it. What is that?
This the level of the battery,
Oh.
the level of the gray, the black, and the fresh tank.
Oh, so
Okay,
all
you
of
just
them.
push
Okay.
whatever one, it tells you the level of how much
Oh.
is in the tank.
Okay.
This right here is the water heater. It's the gas side of the water heater. That light comes on for about 20 seconds, then goes out. As long as that light stays out while the switch is on, you're good.
Huh.
If it comes back on like it is now, that means it failed. It just went out and it should stay out now. If it comes back on, all you do is turn it off, wait 10 seconds, and turn it back on. If it fails again, you could be out of propane.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, and those are just hooks for towels. Okay.
Yep. It's a fire extinguisher.
Right.
This bed lifts. Storage under there.
That's pretty cool. It's really bright.
All the lighting in here is 12 volt. Okay, we're not plugged in right now.
Right.
We're running off a battery
Battery.
in the front. When you're plugged into your house, that battery is going to charge. Okay. When you unplug or the power goes out, you're going to have lights. You can have lights for a couple days. If you're running the heat on anything below 30 degrees, you probably get 5-6 hours out of the battery.
Okay.
Okay, because there is a blower on the furnace.
Oh, and that's what's
Heat
powering.
comes from propane. There's a flame in there, but there's a blower and a board and igniter and all that runs off the 12 volts.
Okay.
But you will get. I mean, if the power goes out at midnight, you're still gonna have heat at 5 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So as the house, you wouldn't. If you were going to watch
It's
over
actually
the,
kind of nice to know. We lose power.
well, that's actually what's convenient about an RV. They're meant
Yeah.
to be mobile and park in the woods and use
Yeah.
without power. So
Yeah.
this right here is a crank. You just crank it clockwise till it stops, and that's an antenna on the roof of the TV. Doesn't really do much
I was
with the
going to
HD
say, do they even
stations.
work anymore?
They work, but you
I
gotta
thought
have
they all
you
went
gotta have a
digital.
digital TV now. You can't have
Right.
the tube style TV because it's not going to tune any
Right.
digital channels in.
Huh.
But yeah, it will work.
Huh.
I mean, if you got some local stations there and you don't want to plug in the cable or whatever, you can.
No,
you
we're
know,
not
like you
gonna.
said, you got
We're
the
not doing
Wi-Fi.
that.
There is a connection for the TV right here, and it will go on
Oh, is
this
that-
table.
I thought that was the thing outside. Oh, it goes from there.
From
so you
there
plug it
to
outside,
here, or
and it comes
from
here.
there to here, depending
Oh,
on what
okay.
you're using, antenna or cable. They both come to this one.
All right.
And then there's a 110 outlet right here.
Oh, so that you can plug it in. Okay.
I think somebody added shelves to that cabinet. It was probably a hanging cabinet at once. And then they added these little hooks so they wouldn't open when they travel, I guess. This looks like somebody added rope lighting.
No, that's cool.
It's
What the
there,
heck?
something to use. Mood lighting or
Little
something.
ambiance.
Okay, this plug up here is where the microwave is plugged in.
Okay.
When this trailer is plugged in, you'll see the green light on the microwave. That's how you know you have power.
All right.
Your basic 12-volt stereo. You can plug your iPod into this
Oh, that's
or whatever
cool.
to pipe it through the speakers here on the ceiling.
that's
you just
nice.
go to your auxiliary. Gas stove. We ever used a gas stove before?
I have, but
You
it's
gotta
been
use it?
ages. We might not.
Okay.
I,
You need one of those clicky lighters, the long.
oh, it
lighters.
doesn't have an
Nope.
igniter.
Nope. You just
Okay.
hold the lighter over the burner that you
Okay.
want to light, turn it on, then turn the knob on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If you do it the other way, you go.
Well, I do
part
it
I
the other way,
remember.
but I don't explain it that way.
Is the oven? The oven's the same way then.
Oven's the same way. The pilot for that is down here.
Okay, so you definitely need one of those long.
Yeah. Now down here you would hold.
Can't see anything.
There's a little assembly down there. You'll know it when you see it.
Yeah.
Okay, a little piece of silver metal.
Can't see
You
anything
would
with
hold
a
the
hammer.
flame there and go to pilot on this knob and hold it in.
I'll hold it in.
Okay. Hold it in for about 20 seconds. If you let go and the pilot stays lit down there, then you can turn the oven up and it'll fire up.
Oh, okay.
When you're done with it and you go to off, the pilot goes out again.
Okay.
Okay, it's a safety valve.
The only thing I'd probably do is if I did lose power, I might come here and cook.
Yeah,
know, that's
this is
why I'd say.
propane. This takes
Right.
no power at all.
Right.
Plus, it'll throw some heat in here too if you just leave
Right.
the burner on.
Right.
It'll heat up quick. If you're going to use this as a bed, you just wiggle the table out, pick it right up. These legs just pop right out of those holes. No screws, nothing. Just throw them on the floor and rest this table here on these slats, and then slide all 4 cushions together. And it's a flat bed.
Oh.
But it seems like you've got 2 full-size beds and a twin bunk up here.
Those are full size, not. Is that
Well,
one
this
queen
I would
over
say
there?
it's close to a full.
That one looks like full. That
Yeah.
one is this one?
That one could be a queen, a camper queen instead of a full.
Okay.
A difference between a queen and a camper queen is camper queen is a little shorter.
Oh.
Lengthwise,
Maybe if I can-
not width.
If you have a measuring tape later, I'll measure that. So, because I want to get a new mattress pad thing on that. All right. So what do you have to do in the bath?
Well, you're probably not going to do much in here,
No.
but the toilet, if you do end up using the toilet, okay, that just dumps it. And like I said, you keep a couple gallons of windshield washer fluid handy. If you got to use the toilet, you just rinse it with the washer fluid,
Okay.
and it helps clean it too. Shower, that's self-explanatory. It's not much different than the house. You got a vent here that cranks up. The fan on it's 12 volt, runs off the battery, and the battery charges while you're plugged in. So
Right.
there's some storage under
Is
the
there
vanity.
anything in terms of the sink in terms of draining? You just has the drain that you plug and unplug.
Yep.
Okay. You can't
Pretty
see
basic,
anything in
pretty
this.
easy.
Oh, thank you. Now I can see what you're.
You got a GFI outlet here.
Oh, wow.
You use one of those in
Yeah,
your house?
yeah.
Okay. It's connected to a few other outlets throughout here. I can't tell you which one's. Most likely the one over the kitchen sink, and definitely
Anything
the one
near water.
outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that,
So you don't
if
electrocute
those outlets
yourself.
aren't working, the first place you come is here.
Just press that. So now I can see that lever that you did for the
Yep.
toilet.
Halfway would run the water if you were hooked up to water. All the way would run the water and dump it.
Okay. Oh. Is this what's that?
That's an air conditioning duct.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the air conditioning comes out of the ceiling. The heat comes out of the floor. Okay, the heat is forced hot air.
I don't see any place it can be.
Over there. If you want to go over to that thermostat. Right
Oh.
at it.
Oh, so here is the thermostat. Because I'm.
The,
'Cause I was-
the switch on the left side, in the middle it says off. I believe up says heat and down says cool.
Without my glasses on, I can't tell you.
Okay. You would flip it to cool for air conditioning or heat
Oh,
for
okay.
furnace.
Yep.
Okay. And
Off,
then the
okay.
slide bar all the way to the right is the thermostat
The
itself.
temperature. Yep.
And you would just set that.
Right. And the
what
fan.
Year is, what
and
year
the
is this
high-low.
trailer?
Is it 2006?
Okay. Okay.
I'm
so
not
when,
sure. I'm not.
as long as
6
it's
or
after
7?
2004. So when you
Okay.
turn that furnace, when you turn that to heat and set the thermostat where you want it, within 5 seconds the fan will turn on.
Huh.
Within 30 seconds after the fan turns on, it will fire. You'll feel heat coming out the exhaust. In this cold weather, it's still going to take another couple minutes before you actually feel the real heat
'Cause it
coming
has
out of
to-
the ductwork. It's going to eventually, it's going to start to blow warm, but then it's going to get hotter and hotter. It's just because all the ductwork's cold,
Takes
the
a while
furnace is
to
cold.
heat it
Yep.
all up.
Okay. Once it gets the RV up to temperature, the flame will kick off. Or if you actually go over there and shut it off, the flame will kick off. The fan will run for another 2 minutes to cool itself down, then it'll shut off automatically. And then if you're laying in bed at night, you're going to hear the fan kick on and off throughout the night.
Okay.
Wow. Also, I recommend, that if you're not going to have a house to go to, if the heat goes out in this for some reason, it's an RV. It's not 100% dependable. It's a 12 volt furnace, 12 volt motor. I recommend keeping some alternate heat source in here, small electric heat or something, just in case. Okay, because when it goes out at 2 or 3 in the morning,
Yeah, I do have one. Yeah, it gets cold real
yeah,
fast.
it gets
in here, I'm
cold
sure.
quick in one of these.
Plus it
So
doesn't
you're
have
gonna want
insulation,
something, some type of alternate heat source.
Okay. Awesome.
But I mean, this one's pretty basic, pretty easy to use.
You know what? I think I've gone up.